Hey lovelies, it's your Swan here bringing you a brand new video. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Swan, I'm a Trimegodian artist, and I like to draw dark skin, thick thighs, big hips ladies like me. And if you're not new here, what is up, home scared, biscuit? Hey, if my voice sounds a little off, it's because I got a cold. My voice is randomly cracks at the most inappropriate times. So, in advance, I'm sorry. A while back, I did a video called The Ugly Stage, and in the middle of it, I asked you guys to give me prompts for magical girls. Yay! And you guys came true. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. You came with some good prompts, and in this video, I'm gonna make those prompts a reality. Yay! So, with most magical girls that I've seen those videos, they start off with the magical girl aspect, but no, I want to start with the regular girl before the magic hit them and turn them into magical girl. So in the next video, we're going to see the magical stage, but in this one, we're just going to see what they are and explore their personalities. So let's get into it. Yay! So our first magical girl came from the prompt from Nimbles. I hope I pronounced the name right. And they said the power should be fire, the hobby should be knitting, and the weapon should be a crossbow, which was a crossbow. Okay, so I like to be different, okay? And it's kind of obvious when the power is fire that everything is red. Like, I see red, which is okay. But I like to be different, as I said already. So I wanted her to be pink originally, but then something happened to change that mindset, and I stuck with blue instead. And I was like, yeah. Especially when I saw the end result of this illustration, I was like, yeah. Giving blue this color, giving her the color blue was perfect. So yes, she has her anger issues, as most fire characters do. But the knitting, which was introduced, the hobby was introduced to her by her grandmother. Because of this hobby, she's learned to manage her anger. So she's more like a chill lady, but she still has the anger. But she knows how to cope with it now, you know? And I like that. And I was like, I want to see an anime where somebody has like a really bad temper and their power is fire, but they don't react like how traditional fire characters do. I'm just saying the same thing over and over again. But yes, so she knits, and you can see by her outfit, she has a knitted sweater that she did for herself. She has knitted leg warmers, I think they're called. That there's no place for that in Trinidad and Tobago. You might sweat yourself off, but it looks so cute. I just had to add it. And the bag, it's a knitted bag that her grandmother gave to her as a gift because she saw that how she really likes knitting. And I was like, oh. I just realized I've said knitting a lot in this video. So tell me how much times you think I'm gonna say. Put your guesses in the comments below. And I had trouble with her hair. I went through so many hair choices for her. I drew so much hairstyles, and I came up with the dreadlocks and shave size with a little hair in the middle, like how Swan hair is as well. And I had to ask over on Instagram. So guys, follow me on Instagram for my drawing help. I need help with drawing sometimes. And apparently, by a landslide, dreadlocks won. And watching it, I was like, yeah, I understand. It looked good. She looked good. So my idea for this character is that she's cool. She's one of the cool kids that everybody likes to be around because her calm energy like calms them down. And she only has 2 real friends, which is the other magical girls, of course. And her personality has changed so much that people forget that how angry she used to be as a child. And yeah, that's the character. Also, I gave her an arrow necklace to symbolize her crossbow that she's going to get in her magical form, and just randomly giving her that necklace gave me the idea to give all the girls necklace. So yeah, and I really like how this character turned out. After I did the skin tone, I was like, is this gonna work out? But as I kept going and adding colors, I was like, damn, she look good. And I wanted to have a nice complementary, is that really weird? No, it's complementary or harmonious color with the blue, her blue color palette, because you know they always have to be the main color that their powers are. So I went with lilac or brown, and I tried them both out, but the lilac was the winner. Okay guys, so I hope you like this character, because I sure as hell look I do. Right, so for our next magical girl, the prompt comes from Rebe, and they came with like two prompts that really interest me. The first one was the power was nature control and the hobby was gardening, and somehow it seemed a little easy. Like, this is something a lot of people create already, so I have nice references and stuff. But then they had this gem: power, some sort of shifter, hobby, cosplay, and that could not come off my mind. I was like, yes, this is what I'm doing. I cannot stop myself. This is it. This is the character. She's a cosplayer and she's gonna be a shifter. Yeah. So my idea for her, since cosplaying is her hobby, that means in most cases she's into sewing. So right now she's at her dress form that she found at a thrift store. She was so lucky to find it at a decent price. She's thinking about her next cosplay. I know I wanted her to have a shaved head, so she thinks it's easier to like switch up her wigs with her shaved head, and I like it too, and she could dye it any color she wants, which is pink, because of course that's her color. She stole the color from the Fire Girl. I created this character. This was the only one I didn't have trouble with the face as much as the others. The other two, I had to change up the faces so often. Oh my god, it was a headache. I had to come back multiple days. But anyhow, this was the only one that was easy for me to draw. She's a chubby girl because why not? And she likes cute things, and she has a bubbly personality, which it's kind of a cliche for plus size characters, but like I couldn't help myself. She's adorable. She's a girly girl and she likes cute stuff, but she's not afraid to get dirty with her cosplay. She will go full on demon with her cosplays, okay? Don't mess with her. She also cosplays on a budget, but she makes it work. And I really like her. So she's a shapeshifter. And one thing I don't like about the shapeshifter power is that in most cases they could shapeshift into any animal, any person, and it doesn't seem to fatigue them. It doesn't seem to hurt them. It's just like, oh, I'm just gonna do it. And like, yeah. I don't like that. Powers should come with consequences. And that made me think of Beast Boy from Teen Titans. He could shift into any animal, yes, but he's green. It doesn't hurt him, which is like fine, I guess. But he can't turn into an animal and then try to camouflage himself or wrong other animals like that. People will always tell it's him because he's green. Maybe he might get away as a frog, but still his green is different from a frog's green. But yeah, so I was thinking, what if my shapeshifter could only shapeshift into one animal, one type of animal? And I chose a cat because she has a cat. You see the cat looking at the master with love, like, hey, I love you. And I don't want her, like when she now get the power, to be able to transform into a cat. She could transform her cat into a different type of cat. So like how she has a black cat, she could transform her cat into like a lion or a jaguar, and it's going to be the color pink. It's going to be a pink energy. And I'm going to show you an example of what I'm talking about because I suck at explaining stuff, but I'll talk about it more when I show her magical form in the next video. Hopefully it's next week, only next 2 weeks. Pray for me. And I want her in the beginning to be able to like only be able to transform like her eyes and her eyesight into a cat's eyesight, her smelling, hearing, like her senses only, and maybe she could slowly learn to transform like her hand and stuff. And I want it to hurt. I know it's so mean. I want like a consequence for her to learn, and something big will have to happen for her to fully transform into a cat. But I just don't like that most shapeshifters could just transform at will without losing any energy or anything. I don't know, it just bothers me. But she's adorable and I love her. And she needs a name, so put your suggestions of names in the comments below. Also for the other one too, the fire one, yeah, she needs a name as well. Every magical girl group needs a leader, and this leader is from the prompt from whatever bro, has the power of healing, and the hobby is music. Now, I was thinking about this character that they was also going to be pink because healing is pink. Healing always seems to be like a pink color or maybe even blue. And I was, of course, being different again, was like, yeah, I ain't doing that. And I put off finding a color scheme for her, but then with the blue of one character and the pink of another character, what's our next color that will look with it? Green, but no, she's gonna be yellow. She could have been green, but no, she's gonna be yellow. And she is the leader, and what I love about her that she is hot-tempered. You would think she would be the one to have the fire powers. She gets into fights, she likes boxing, she roller skates. I don't know what I have to do with being a rebel, but she doesn't know how to like diffuse situations. She aggravates it and then gets into fights. She's always in trouble, and the only people who accept her are her friends. But even they are getting tired of her attitude. It's like it's getting worse over the years instead of better. So right now, it's a kind of animosity. It's not animosity. It's like a cold war between her and her two friends, because she doesn't know how to regulate her emotions, and they can't regulate it for her. She has to put in the work. Before, being around them used to calm her down, but now it doesn't seem to work as much as it used to, and they kind of getting fed up of her attitude. and she's getting mad that they're distancing themselves, and she's mad at herself for being the way that she is, that they're distancing themselves. Okay, so they nod to each other as they pass, but they don't hang out as they used to. But when this whole magical thing happened, it forces them together once again. I just made that up, but that seems to fit. So, when they get their powers, she is stunned to believe, she's stunned to realize that her power is healing. She's like, why would my power be healing when I hurt people? You know? So, I need to come up with a guardian. Guys, give me suggestions on what the guardian should be. It's usually a cat, but we already have a cat mascot, so we need a different kind of one. Would it be funny if it's a hamster? It could be a parrot that sits on the leader's shoulder. Ooh, a parrot. A bird, a type of bird. Okay, I'll brainstorm that. Well, that's for the magical transformation video. And yeah, again, she's shocked that her power is healing. And her I don't know why this makes me laugh. Her musical instrument is a flute. And she, in her regular life, she knows how to play the flute. She loves her flute, but she's embarrassed about doing it in public. And I know you can say, but Lizzo, yes, her friends tell her that Lizzo make playing the flute popular, but she's like, yeah, when you're rich and famous, it seems cool. When you're broke and quote unquote nobody, it's a joke. So she doesn't let people know that she plays the flute. So when she powers come around and to heal her companion, she has to play the flute. She was like, yeah, I ain't having this. And also part of her suit, she likes, in her regular life, she likes to roller skates. It became part of her magical girl suit. And the companion, the guardian, was like, okay, you have to stay on the sidelines and heal your companions when needed. And when the guardian turned to look at you, she's already roller skating into the danger. And instead of using her flute to heal, she's using it to beat off the bad guys. I just find it hilarious that her power is to heal, but instead of healing, she uses it to beat them. I love her. And during this journey, of course, she discovers herself. She learns how to regulate her emotions, la-da-da-da-da. But I'm loving her so far. This one, out of the three of them, her face was the one I could not get down. I'm gonna put like a screenshot of the old face she had. It was late into the night. I did so much changes. I was like, you know what, this is good enough. And then I came back the next day and I was like, this is ugly. So this is our little secret. I stole the face from my sun goddess and I modified that. Yeah. So that's one thing about digital art. You could steal faces from your old art. But I'm liking it so much more. So yeah, again, she needs a name, guys. So put your suggestions in the comments below. Okay, bye. And here we have it, guys, our magical girls team before the magic comes to them. And tell me which one's your favorite. I like the blue one, but I also like the pink one, and I also like the leader, so I can't choose. So you tell me which one's your favorite. And remember, they all need names. And tell me what kind of animal, because it has to be an animal. I don't make the rules. Should their guardian be? Should it be a bird? Should it be a hamster? Just keep in mind, should it be a snake? A snake. Oh, will it be a snake? Benio, give me a suggestion of what her a snake. Hey, what her companion should be, or what their guardian should be. And guys, thank you so much for giving in your suggestions. About magical girls. I would have never been able to come up with these prompts on my own, and my voice is giving out on me. So with that, I'm gonna go. So I'll see you, and I'll see you when I see you, lovelies. Bye. Like and subscribe, because I'm still in YouTube hell. Okay, bye. Oh, bye.